Hi, and welcome to this product presentation about the STS RS01S half-face respirator. The RS01S is a simple silicone half mask. It offers all the benefits of silicone with a comfortable long wear, plus the low cost and low maintenance features of a respirator that is ideal for a large team. The RS01S from Shigematsu has been certified to meet the requirements of the Australia-New Zealand Standard 1716 2012. In this video, we'll cover the following topics. Firstly, a description of the respirator. We'll have a look at its features and benefits. We'll talk about the importance of fit testing, a pre-use inspection, how to connect your filters, putting your mask on and off and performing a fit check, how to remove your mask, cleaning and storage. We'll look at the filters that are available, and finally we'll talk about the spare parts. The STS RS01S is a negative pressure reusable respirator with interchangeable filters. The negative pressure refers to the fact that you need to draw air through the filters into the face piece. This creates negative pressure in the mask, and it means it's important that you have a tight face seal. The reusable nature means the mask can be used many times over. If you keep your mask clean and dry, it will last you a long time. The interchangeable filters refer to the filters that you can attach to the mask. You can choose the filter depending on the contaminants you are facing, and when the filter is saturated, you simply change it for another one. The RS01S has a soft and durable silicone facepiece, making it comfortable to wear all day long. The drop-down head harness means that users can easily put their mask down during breaks, and it avoids a situation where they have to put it down on the ground where it could get damaged or cross-contaminated. At just 140 grams, it is very lightweight, which adds to the wearer's comfort. It's also compatible with the full range of CA filters from Shigematsu. This includes P2 and P3 particulate filters, as well as a range of gas and vapor filters. These can also be combined using the clip-ons. The twin filter system provides low breathing resistance and good visibility and balance for the wearer, adding to the comfort, and it's ideal for people who have to wear a respirator for long periods. The RS01S is a close-fitting respirator that only works effectively if an adequate face seal has been achieved. It is a requirement of AS 1715 2009 that such respirators are fit tested prior to use. This will ensure that your respirator is the correct size and fit for your face, and that an adequate face seal has been achieved. PH7 is able to offer both qualitative and quantitative fit testing for this purpose. Fit testing needs to be completed prior to use and annually, or earlier if a significant change to your facial features has occurred, for example after dental work or due to significant weight gain or weight loss. Prior to donning your RS01S, it's important that you complete a visual check of the mask and filters. Firstly, check the face piece to make sure there's no cracking, tears, deformation or discoloration of the respirator. Next, check the head harness. Stretch the elastic to check for any tears or rips, or anything that could lead to failure while you're wearing the mask. Inside the mask, it's a good idea to check the inhalation valves. Make sure they're in place and in working order. Finally, visually check the filters to make sure there's no cracking or damage. If you find any damage to any of the components, it's important that you replace those immediately. It's important that you connect the correct filters for the hazard you're trying to protect yourself from. Choosing the correct filters for the job will require you to know a number of things. Firstly, what is the hazard you're trying to protect yourself from? Is it a dust, mist, a fume, gas or a vapor, or perhaps it's a combination of these? You'll also need to know the concentration of these contaminants in the environment. Thirdly, you want to check that there's at least 19.5% oxygen in the atmosphere that you're in. An occupational hygienist or a qualified health and safety professional may be required to help you determine some of these factors. If you are unable to determine the hazard, the concentration levels or the oxygen level, then you should not use the RS01S. You should instead be looking for a supplied air respiratory system such as the Clean Air Supplied Air Respirator or an SCBA. If you cannot determine what the contaminants are, the level of concentration in the atmosphere, or the level of oxygen present, then you should not use this respirator. Instead, you'll need a supplied air respirator system such as the Clean Air Airline system or an SCBA. That's a self-contained breathing apparatus. You can use the STS Shigematsu filter selection guide to help you determine the correct filter for your hazard. When it comes to connecting the filters, it's simply a matter of lining it up in the side of the mask and twisting until you feel it lock into place. We're now going to show you how to put the mask on and off and to perform a negative and positive fit check. I'm going to get my colleague Juanita to come and help me demonstrate. So the first thing Juanita is going to do is place the harness ring over the crown of her head. Then using her other two hands, she's going to slide the mask onto her face and fasten it behind her neck. You can adjust the tension by pulling the two straps. Once the mask is on the face, it's important to perform a negative pressure fit check to make sure that you've got a good face seal. To do this, place two palms on the outside of the filters and inhale gently. You shouldn't feel any air coming in around the face seal and the mask should collapse gently. If you have any air getting in, tighten the mask and try again. To perform a positive pressure fit check, place one palm over the exhalation valve and breathe out gently. Again, you don't want to have any air escaping from the mask. If that has been performed successfully, you're then ready to go. Removing the mask is simply a matter of lifting the crown off the back of the head and letting the mask drop down. This is one of the key features of the RS01S. It enables a worker to continue to hold on to their mask during a break without having to put it on the ground, which could risk damage or contamination. If you need to remove the mask completely, simply unclip it from behind the neck. After each use, it's important that you clean and store your respirator correctly. Using a respiratory wipe is an excellent way to clean down the facepiece and make sure that it's in good working condition for its next use. Be sure to also check that the respirator is in good working order so that when you use it next time, you can be sure that it's going to provide excellent protection. This includes checking the valves on the inside, checking the facepiece to make sure there's no damage, tears or nicks, check the head harness to make sure it's not going to fail during usage, and check the quality of the filters. Once your mask is clean and dry, we recommend you put it away in a sealed container to avoid cross-contamination or damage. It's also good practice to place your filters in a sealable plastic bag. This stops them contaminating your mask or any other equipment. The gas filters, which have activated carbon, will continue to absorb contaminants from the ambient air, so placing them in a stored bag will help prolong their life. Once your respirator is clean, safely secured and locked away, it's ready for next time. All Shigematsu negative pressure masks are compatible with the CA range of filters. The P2R is a particular filter that offers at least 94% protection against solid and liquid particulates. This includes dusts, mists, fumes and fibres. It is particularly low profile and the hard casing protects the filter material from damage during use. It is also available as a clip-on, which can be used with any of the gas cartridges. The P3R is similar to the P2, but provides a higher level of protection of up to 99.95%. It is also available as a clip-on for use with gas cartridges. The CA1 provides filter protection against organic vapours with a boiling point over 65 degrees C. For example, benzene, MEK and turpentine. It should only be used in environments where the concentration level in the atmosphere is less than 1,000 parts per million. The CA2 provides the same protection for organic vapours with a boiling point over 65 degrees C, but for higher concentration levels of up to 2,000 parts per million. The CAAX is a filter that provides protection against organic vapours with a boiling point under 65 degrees. These are typically very volatile and include chemicals such as acetone, ethyl bromide and chloroform. CAAX filters are only designed for single use. the CAK1 filter provides protection against ammonia and organic ammonia derivatives. It should be used in concentration levels of less than 1,000 parts per million. And finally, the CAABEK1 provides protection against a wide range of gases and vapours, including organic vapours with a boiling point over 65 degrees, inorganic gases, acid gases, ammonia and organic ammonia derivatives. It's usually referred to as a multi-gas filter and can be used in concentration levels of up to 1,000 parts per million. One of the most common questions we get asked is when to change the filters. For particular filters, the filter actually becomes more efficient as it fills up. However, this does affect the breathing resistance. Change your particular filter when the breathing resistance becomes difficult or as per the filter changeout schedule determined by your health and safety professional. Replace gas and vapour cartridges when one of the following has occurred. Either the expiry date, which is shown on the cartridge, has elapsed, within 6 months of opening it from the packaging, whether the filter has been used or not, when you can detect the presence of a contaminant through the mask, usually by smell or taste, in accordance with your established cartridge changeout schedule, or as per the manufacturer's instructions. For example, AX filters can only be used once. The RS01S has just 4 parts to maintain. You should check these regularly, and if you find any damage, you should replace them straight away. The first is the head harness. To remove, simply pinch the nose bridge and pull the yoke off the top. This will then expose the exhalation valve, which can also be replaced. Either side of the mask, you'll find 2 gaskets. These can be pinched off and replaced as required. Inside the mask, you'll find some inhalation valves, which again can be carefully pulled off and should be inspected regularly and replaced if any tears or rips are seen.